How's it going, guys? My name is Franco and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through, as the title says, Cronos meme coins, where to now. So the fad of Cronos meme coins has largely died out. It's not what it was, obviously, just a few, a couple of months ago, as you can see from the chart we've got on screen here. So, Cronos meme coins have largely died out, but that's not necessarily the end of them. It's potentially the next buying opportunity. So that's what we're going to looking at today. Now that the whole fad, the excitement has finally really died off, where to next with this ecosystem and potential gains that can be made. But of course, before we do jump any further, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. We are at 687 subs. Let's push that up to 700 subscribers, or if you're watching this and we're already at 700 subs, our goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year and hopefully get monetized. If we can, obviously wanting to turn this into a bit more than just a hobby that I do on the side. So the support is much appreciated, and to thank you to everyone that has already joined. So it wasn't so long ago that the Cronos meme coins were hugely pumping. You can see some of the gains here were absolutely astronomical. And buying these tokens essentially before Crypto.com was listing them, that was the whole idea. New meme coins being essentially created out of thin air, garnering some traction on Twitter and different social spaces, and then hopefully enough so that Crypto.com lists them on the DeFi wallet and then eventually the Crypto.com main app. And obviously the theory is that the more people, or if it is on the actual Crypto.com app, that means more people are going to be looking at it, more people are going to be purchasing it. It should essentially increase the price. And the first real example of this was the Crow with Knife token, or core for short. So what this token essentially was a meme created on the Cronos blockchain, and the big idea was that once this gets listed on Crypto.com, it's going to be the next big thing. Now, I was fortunate enough to purchase before it was even listed on Crypto.com DeFi wallet. I bought it, through the DeFi wallet, through like a DeFi exchange. So I was fortunate enough to get in very, very low and then sold it once it actually got listed on Crypto.com. So it was a fortunate for me, but you get the idea with that. And then of course, people followed suit. Even still today, you can see new meme coins coming out, people trying to shill them, LFC, whatever that shitcoin is, troll, whatever that shitcoin is, ByBit, whatever. Even today, despite the fact that the prices are far more deflated, you can still see Ryoshi. There's a whole variety of different Cronos meme coins. Turtle, why are there so many meme coins? People are, well, the reason is because people are essentially just trying to make money. You launch this meme coin out of thin air, you shill it on Twitter, make a bit of profit, and you dump. Right, so that's the idea with the large majority of these, and that's essentially what we saw happen. It was a huge influx of all these new meme coins, Ryoshi, Mary, Core, you name it. There was a huge variety, all of them, people trying to jump on the new thing, write it up and sell it for a profit. That's all these really were. But now that the excitement has died off, are there potential more gains to be returned? Is one of these tokens going to be the next Dogecoin, the next Shiba Inu, the next Pepe, whatever, book of memes, whatever it is? There's a whole variety of meme coins out there. So can one of these make it into the big leagues? That's sort of the idea now going forward. But before we do continue any further, of course, we need to remember that all of these tokens, 99% of all cryptocurrencies are shit coins at the end of the day. Love them or hate them. There's only a couple that are really, actually blue chips, and I would put Bitcoin and Ethereum in that category of blue chip cryptocurrencies. Other than that, the rest of them are really just for buying low and selling high, essentially just trying to make a profit. That's all we can really do in the market. Bitcoin, Ethereum maybe have some more long-term potential, but most of these at the end of the day, they're not going to make it. Okay, so that's something we do have to remember. Don't get married to these random meme altcoins that you think are going to pump to the moon. Chances are they're not. You might get a good 5-10x, and you should consider selling at that point potentially. And with that, it's important to also say only invest what you're willing to lose, especially if you're looking at the Cronos meme coin area or meme coins in general. Maybe with Bitcoin, you could justify, a large proportion of, your income or your net worth into something like that that's a little bit stronger long term and has a proven track record. But something like this, these are high risk altcoins, and I do have to, I want to disclose that so people aren't, thinking that I'm saying that these are some sort of holy grail long term investment, because that is not the case. So now that the fad of Cronos meme coins has largely died off, we're actually seeing some positive signs coming out of this. Obviously, Cronos has had a large pullback over the last couple of months. It is now down to about that 9 cent range, but that's not the end of the world, because what you can see is the Cronos meme coins, such as the stronger ones, such as Core, are actually starting to see some nice bottoming patterns start to form. It has largely flattened out after its huge parabolic run, and this is what we want to see from stronger altcoins like Core. If we compare this to something like Mary that is still clearly depreciating, you can see it had its big run up and it is almost back down to the lows. At this point in time, what we're kind of saying is that something like Mary is weaker than something like Core that is chugging along, putting in higher lows and higher highs. So what we could argue is that the Cronos meme coin area is starting to swing back around, and that there's potential for gains to be had. And if you've been watching all of my monthly analysis videos, you probably know where I stand in the market, that we are just in a temporary pullback at this current point in time, and that Bitcoin and all of crypto in general will continue to pump up later into the year. And what that should hopefully do is also make tokens such as the Cronos ecosystem follow suit and start to bottom. So in terms of a timing perspective as well, this is looking decently well in my opinion, especially now that, as we said, the excitement has died out. These tokens are essentially dead, you could say, right? They're not really anything popular right now, but that's exactly when you want to be buying. When people are really bearish, they're not really talking about these sort of tokens, this is the time to buy. We see it time and time again, even with Bitcoin, where all the excitement at the top and all of the bearish predictions and depression at the bottom. That's typically how these things go. So now that there's not a lot of interest in established Cronos meme coins like Core, this is potentially the time to be buying. That does still pose the question compared to new listings. As we said, all of these tokens that are now getting shilled, MCGA, make Cronos great again community. Okay, so there are still many new Cronos meme coins being launched that have that potential where they can run up from essentially zero. Even if you can get in, sub 1 million, if it runs up to 10 million market cap, which really isn't a lot, you still get that 10x return, right? So there are pretty good gains to be had. But what I would say is that obviously new Cronos projects or meme coins are far more risky, especially now that there are established Cronos meme coins. I would say it's going to be far harder for the new tokens to essentially get in with the larger altcoins such as Core, such as even Mary, which is popular but still not performing too well, such as Ryoshi, all these other ones. There are lots of more established. Of course, it's only been a couple months, but they are at the end of the day more established with a bit more of a community. So it's going to be harder for these newer tokens to break in, and they're obviously going to be more risky. So I guess the question is, that higher risk getting on new listings that haven't been put on crypto.com, that haven't been put on the DeFi wallet yet, versus something established like Core, which is on crypto.com, on the DeFi wallet, well established. Obviously, the good thing about some of these tokens are as well that their total supply has been diluted. They're not inflationary at all, so you're not going to see token printing or anything like that. These are all out there. No more Core tokens to be printed, which is very good in terms of price eventually going up. So what is my plan going forward with the Cronos meme coins? Well, I still actually hold a little bit of Core. As I said, I bought before Core was even on the DeFi wallet, and then eventually I sold, after the crypto.com listing, whenever that was. I made a pretty good return on that, but of course I still left some in there, pretty well, like a very small amount compared to what I sold. Essentially, it's a little bit of a FOMO. I'm just going to leave a little bit in there, sort of thing. And if it pumps up, good. If it dumps, I don't really care. I've made my profit and I'm out. So that was kind of the thought process. So I'm still holding a little bit of core. And to be honest with you guys, I will be sticking more closely to the established Cronos meme coins. As you can see, they are looking like they're bottoming out at the moment, which is a very, very positive sign. And with regards to the timing in this market, we have been in that considerable drawback the last 3 or 4 months now. So it is kind of it's more and more likely that things are going to start to swing around again as we push into the final couple of years of this bull market. So coins like Core that are established, that are doing very well, do have that high potential to make really, really good returns. So that's why I'm happy essentially just sitting on all these, what I've got left of my core tokens. But of course, if you're someone who's less prone to risk, perhaps you're sitting here thinking, God, I don't know which Cronos meme coin to pick. You can always just pick the Cronos native token. Of course, I guess that's a bit of a way of hedging your bets on all of the ecosystem as a whole, instead of picking one particular altcoin on the Cronos ecosystem. You can just invest in Cronos as a whole. And of course, there are some pretty good rewards that you can get with that with crypto.com and in the DeFi wallets. That's always also food for thought. If you are a little bit worried about which one to pick exactly. That pretty well sums up my thoughts. So as I said, it's really just about being careful, because as we can see, so many random coins that stab. What is that? Like, really, guys, come on. You just have to look at Twitter and see that it is a lot of shit going on here. But I think as long as you stick to the stronger ones, maybe if you can pick up some new listings before they get onto crypto.com or the DeFi wallet, and potentially just write it up and sell it, sort of thing, that is also an option. Or if you're looking to kind of just play it even more safe, the Cronos token as a whole can also be the play, because obviously then you're betting more on the ecosystem than each individual token. So thank you all so much. If you did enjoy, remember to hit that subscribe button. We are at 687 subs, so we're pushing for 700. It'd be much appreciated. Any comments, feel free to ask down below. If you did enjoy, hit that like button as well. We do have some referral codes in the description as well. If you find a few what am I trying to say? A couple of exchanges are on there, and there's also, Koinly. So if you're looking at doing your taxes, it is tax time here in Australia. Actually, very, very soon. Actually, it might be tax time already by the time I upload this. So go check that out. But for now, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.